Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 frames per second. I'm Mira. I'm going to be hosting the little DM, the whole entire little session that we've got going on here on the Toonkind server. This takes place right after the game rated R, so if you haven't watched that, you're going to be as confused as Koda is going to be. So, again, my name is Mira. I will be playing Sammy and a few other characters that may or may not show up here. And also, Rose, if you could introduce yourself, please.
Hi, my name's MitzvahRose, though I go by Rose, and I'll be playing Koda, the bastard child of a little imp. Everyone hates him, everyone loves him, but we all think he's fluffy. Oh, Dauntless, you gotta mute yourself, sorry. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Introductions out of the way. Let's begin our story. It's an idyllic, sleepy morning in Toontown. The sun is shining and the sky is blue, with no chance of rain or snow. It is a pleasantly cool morning, one that speaks of a nice warm afternoon. But for now, in the dark of the hole you and Sammy tend to curl up in for the night, it's slightly chilly, and the blankets making up your nest are so warm. Koda, can I have you roll perception for me?
Oh, okay, off the bat. Let me just find that. What is my perception? Oh, I have a +4, sweet. Well.
Okay, cool. So, a 7. Koda, you are awoken from your sleep by Sammy, who has oftentimes will wrap around you and like kind of just like it's kind of chilly, you're warm, you have fur. He's actually tossing and turning, and you notice something weird. He's crying. What do you do?
Koda kind of grumbles a bit and sits up and fluffs his fur out a bit. He looks around just to make sure everything's all in order. I mean, nothing much could have possibly changed, I'm sure. And then looks at Sammy, stares for a solid 10 seconds, walks over and just pokes him in the cheek.
He doesn't react. He's just crying.
Koda blinks and pokes him again.
Basically, Sammy, he kind of turns away and he's crying. And if you notice if Koda were to look closer, you would see this deep, deep blue on his cheeks. But he doesn't really react other than crying. And yeah.
Koda stops poking him and sits back a little bit and tilts his head. Does Koda know the blue?
Yeah, he knows what some of the colors mean. Blue is sad. Very, very sad.
Makes sense. Koda is pretty confused, I suppose. He's not showing anything about it. It's mostly just a head tilt, but for him that's confusion. He doesn't really know how to react to this, because nightmares, yes, but normally you don't cry from one, right?
Yeah. Koda can tell that something is really weird with the way that Sammy is reacting to this nightmare. And in fact, as Koda watches, Sammy kind of crumples up into a little ball, and his hands reach up to dig at the 7 teardrops that he knows that Prismatone had given him as a sign of her blessing. And there is this really loud wail that
Koda
leaves him.
Jolts up, all his fur sticking out. He just is staring in absolute shock and looks around to look for their rat companions. His Jackie is immediately up and about, all panicked, like squeaking. What's yours doing? Can I ask?
Squeakers is already on Sammy's chest and is trying to pat and pat, no avail to wake Sammy up because this isn't normal. This isn't right. Something is going wrong.
Yeah, Coda's gonna take a page out of Squeaker's book and just start shaking Sammy. It's probably kind of violent, but he's not trying to hurt him.
Yeah. And as you shake Sammy, he slowly relaxes. And then I'm gonna need you to roll a dex save.
Oh jeez. Oh wow. Okay. Let me do that. +2 to dex save. Oh, I did it in the wrong chat, but it's a 4.
Okay, Koda. Sammy wraps you up in the tightest hug imaginable. He is shaking so hard, but still, he manages to grip onto you tight like you are a squeaky toy.
Koda does in fact squeak.
And you're close enough that you hear, Tally, you're safe. Tally, God, I thought we lost you.
Koda is squirming like there is no tomorrow. He does not like this. He does not like this at all. He's on the verge of bringing out the claws.
And eventually, as Koda's squirming, Sammy does go limp. The only sign that he's okay is that his chest is moving up and down. Koda, do you want to try and wake Sammy up?
Koda's gonna flip and get out of his grip, man. Koda wants out.
Well, he's limp right now. You can totally do that.
Yeah, he wiggles out, backs up a few steps, kind of like shaking a little bit, eyes wide. His wings are flared behind him. He just, in the tiny cramped space, he still manages to get a little bit of wingspan out and stares for a few seconds before scowling and going over and starts poking him in the cheek again. This time a little harder. Might scratch him.
Sammy wakes up, but it's slow. He words I cannot speak. He blearily blinks at you with sleep-crusted eyes, and his mind is clearly in a fog.
What the peck was that?
Then, what? Right. And then he uncurls a fist, and a small feathered dart is in his hands. His light, there's a not as deep of a blue that colors him. And then it shifts so deep that he nearly goes and blends into the shadows of your guys' little hole. And then he crumples again, tears streaming down his face. They're gone! Damn it.
Koda had definitely said what I did about the what the peck thing, and he was about to repeat it again when Sammy crumbles, and Koda just like flinches backwards. You okay? You okay? He's spluttering.
He puts the little dart in his hammer space and then stands up. I have to find them. Koda, I have to find them. We were together, and then
what the peck?
I have to find them.
What the peck?
I have to find them. I have to. They were right there. They were right there.
Is Sammy?
I have to find them.
Is Sammy on the ground, or because he can't really stand up in this space? So
he's kind of like
crouched.
He stood up, but he like crouched and he basically smacked his head on the top of the roof.
For once, Koda does not laugh at that. Yeah, okay, so Koda's watching him apparently panicking, and marches back over and flies up, kind of. It's more like a jump, really, and slaps him across the face. Sammy, stop!
Wow, what was that? Why Why did you?
You're crying. Crying in nightmare.
I thought Tally died.
Who the heck's Tally?
I have to see if she's okay.
Who's Tally?
A little rope. It's Tally. She's a little rubber house toon. I have to find her.
You were dreaming.
She was so scared. I have to. It felt so. No.
Stop being stupid.
No, Koda. It was real. It was real. It has to be real. It felt real. It felt real. It has to be real. It has to. And Sammy is going to try and move past Koda to get out of the their little alcove of a cave.
Koda has this massive scowl on his face. He's all bristled up. His wings are as flared as it can get in that small space. And he moves to block the exit. Jackie, meanwhile, is just like it's a tennis match, jerking his head back and forth between the two of them. Stop it.
Yeah. No, Koda, move. I have to find her. I have to find them.
No.
What do you mean, no? Koda, please.
It's a dream.
It didn't feel like a dream. It didn't. There were sirens, and I thought so many times that all of these people were gonna die, and no, I have to find them. I have to find them, Koda. They're real. They have to be real.
No police. You said sirens.
What? No, not. They were like little weird singing monster things. I don't know. I don't know. It was weird. But like, I have to find her. I have to find her. Like, I have to find Tally. I have to make sure she's okay.
Who's Tally?
I thought she's a little rubber hose toon.
Yeah, you said. But who's Tally? I don't know.
A girl
Tally.
I met.
I don't know Tally.
I met her. Like, I was on a ship and I met her. And Donut and Floof. I swear, Koda. I swear. I was there. I was on the ship. I was there. I was there.
Koda looks like he should be angry. Like he looks almost confused. But mostly his ears are turning a very, very, very faint shade of pink. Or rather, red.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy,
Koda,
stop!
Koda, please.
Stop!
You don't want me to stop.
You're being stupid.
Sammy's gonna try and push past Koda.
Koda's not letting that happen. Koda's gonna try and stop him. He doesn't want him to go out. He doesn't know how safe it is out there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll my strength modifier.
Yeah, go ahead. Koda thinks that Sammy's being hysterical. Okay, I that probably doesn't budge him, to be honest.
Well, how about you roll a contesting?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Just strength.
Yeah, just plain strength.
Okay. Just straight or okay. So yeah. So it's
straight.
Where's my strength? +4 to strength. Mm-mm-mm. You're kidding. You're flipping kidding. You are kidding. What are my rolls? All right, okay. Koda gets pushed aside, and he looks very surprised at this, like almost.
Yeah.
Like well, for him, he looks surprised. You realize he's surprised, but he doesn't show much beyond a twitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Sammy is already. He goes into the alleyway and like just starts looking. She was like us, Koda. She was on the streets. She knew what the streets were like. I have to find her. I have to make sure she's okay out here.
Before Koda can recover by being pushed aside by Sammy because he didn't actually expect that, Jackie rushes out and scampers to try and run up Sammy's leg.
Mm-hmm.
Does he make it up in time, like to your shoulder?
Yeah, I
All right.
would say that he would make it up in time. And Squeakers is already kind of hiding in Sammy's hood and is just like, the heck? What the Sammy, maybe you should listen to Koda. Like, we should maybe, like, think about this. Like, you were dreaming. You were dreaming, honey.
Jackie's gonna like start patting Sammy on the face, like trying to smack some sense into him, with very little success, I'm sure, considering tiny
Jackie.
little paws.
Yes. Jackie.
Cute little tiny
Jackie,
paws.
stop. Stop.
Jackie flinches
Sammy
back.
kind of.
While that happens, Koda comes out and he is bristling. His eyes are narrowed and that red tint is definitely there.
Oh boy, here we go.
He is not that mad though, you realize from experience,
Right.
but he's definitely on the verge of it.
Yeah. Sammy's a little too desperate to really fully clue in on
So
this,
he just thinks
but
that Koda's normal pissed.
Yeah, like he doesn't realize that he's on the verge of pissing his brother off to the point of if it's a fight, he's not gonna have a good time. So Sammy starts like, Koda, just come on, just help me look, please. I just need to see, please.
Why you want to find Tally? Who's Tally? You talk about Tally, who's Tally?
She's a little rubber-hosed tune that I met.
How do you know Tally?
I met her on a ship. I woke up on a ship and I was in someone else's clothes. I was someone else who was like me, but not me.
That's so stupid. Stop it.
Not
Stop
stupid.
It. Don't want you to go. Stop it. It's night.
It's morning. The sun's rising. The light. It's not nighttime anymore. It's morning.
It's too early.
I'm sorry,
Just go
it's early,
sleep.
but I don't want to go back to sleep. I need to find them. I need to make sure they're okay.
Koda very clearly does not understand what the big deal is beyond that his friend is apparently panicking. And Koda started hissing a little bit. His wings more definitely flared behind him, stretched their maximum unimpressive wingspan. Little all 2-foot Koda right there is bristling. But you notice, actually, roll perception. Let's just go with that.
Okay, let me switch from my script to my to-do. Okay. It's 4.
Whoo!
Oof, okay,
All
22.
Right, you're the one with all the luck
A dirty
here.
22.
You're the one with all the luck here. Okay, so what you thought originally was just a darkening red in his ears and also the rest of the parts of his skin that are showing, like his hands and his wings and stuff. It's not just red. A very dark green is swirling in the middle of it.
Okay.
You've never seen that color from him before.
Sammy pauses a little and like takes a look at Koda and is like, "Hey, Koda, I had to have been real. I know what I need. I need to find them. I need to know they're okay.
Koda isn't listening at all. At this point, he's hissing and his claws are flexing.
Okay.
Jackie on your shoulder squeaks and scurries over to Squeakers.
Squeakers looks at her and looks at him and is like, I have no idea what to do with these boys. Help! Help!
There's a
They usually
definite look
listen, but
of
they're both not listening.
there's a definite look of what do you want me to do from the rat.
Squeakers is just like, I don't know what to do with these boys. I'm in the same boat as you.
All right. Let's see here. What should I do? Because Koda is he's his eyes are slits and he's all bristled up. You can definitely tell at this point that he is pissed and it's a miracle he hasn't started anything. Um he's zeroed in on Jackie and suddenly darts forward with his hands out. He flies up to Sammy's eye level and reaches out. You do
Sammy
anything?
kind of flinches back because he wasn't expecting that, and he's still really actually keyed up from a lot of the adrenaline that he had from his dream, where even though there had been a fight, so in the dream there had been a fight near the end of him waking up, so he actually kind of just flinches back.
Koda doesn't respond to that. He's reaching out for Jackie, who he grabs with, being very careful not to nick him with his claws. But Jackie does make a little squeak of kind of pain because he's being squeezed, and is abruptly shoved into Koda's fur, where he just vanishes. That's Koda's hammer space. His fluff is his hammer space.
I love that.
It came to me the other day, and I was like, I'm doing it.
That's brilliant. Koda.
But while Sammy starts talking, Koda jolts back and flies back and towards the entrance of their little hidey hole. He's still now that he has his little rat companion, he's zeroed in on Sammy again, and he's flexing his claws, growling. Get back here!
No! I need to make sure they're okay. And Sammy's going to march off further down the hallway. I mean, not hallway, the alleyway.
Mm-hmm. That green is grown, and in his ears and such. And Koda's furious expression twists in a strange way, and he jolts forward and attempts to tackle Sammy's legs.
Oh boy, I probably should make a dex save, shouldn't I?
Yep.
Okay, that is a D2.
Okay,
Nat 1.
that's a nat 1.
Nat
Sammy
1!
is down for the count. Sammy, you are sprawled with Koda latching onto your legs. I'd say that's probably fair to say you're grappled at this point.
Yep.
By the tiny Toon.
Yep.
Or rather small, but...
The small Toon has managed to pin the stupid older brother, who is being extremely determined to find people that he doesn't know actually exist or not.
Koda's convinced he's hallucinating or something. But I'm gonna say that pinning was, for obvious reasons, not gentle, and I'm gonna roll a.
Yeah.
How does unarmed with his claws? You think that's gonna be just a straight D20 to hit?
Yeah, I think it'll just be a straight D20.
All right. That's not a miss.
Yep. His armor class is 16.
Yeah, you feel like little pinpricks on the back, or I guess the fronts, because he's wrapped around you, of your legs, but no damage. Koda's just growling at you now, very clearly, and he very awkwardly tries to drag you back to the hidey hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sammy's gonna like try and contest this, so I guess like a strength roll.
Yeah, and I can. It's athletics if I recall correctly. Versus.
Another nat one.
Oh my. Okay. Let's just say that. I'll roll. Might as well. I'm just gonna. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Can I manage to nat one too?
Nope.
That's 2. Well, a 6, but it's a 2. Okay, so
it still beats Sammy's nat one.
yeah, Koda's struggling, but Sammy's limp as a noodle right now, despite his best efforts, and gets dragged closer to the hole. Koda's trying to squeeze through, which is extremely difficult considering he's, pulling a much larger person with him.
Yep. Sammy is going to draw his javelin and kind of just shove it in the middle of the kind of like stop him from being like pulled fully into the hole. No, I need to Koda, stop.
No. He sees the javelin and
Sammy is starting to turn a little red.
At a moment when he sees the javelin, Koda stops and just stares. Like he's not pulling anymore, he just stares. This is probably the first time you've seen 3 colors on him. There is a dash of purple.
So sorry, Koda.
I'm gonna say if you want, you can roll to see if you know what purple is. Because he might have shown you that
one. I suspect that would be insight.
Go ahead.
Okay. 12.
Well, you know it's not fear, you know it's not anger, you know it's not happiness, you know it's not sadness, and so that should help you narrow it down a little bit. It's definitely not fear, so that should help.
Okay.
And his eyes are wide, and he's just not moving at this point.
Surprised? Is he surprised?
It's a fair guess.
Yeah, like Mira has, despite running this, Mira has no brain cells. So Sammy has no brain cell right now. He has no idea.
I will not confirm nor deny.
That's fair. That was a 12. Sammy's like just kind of like jammed that in the middle of the like kind of like, you know how a dog will like sometimes run through a door, but he has too big of a stick.
Yeah.
And like so like it'll halt him. That's what Sammy's trying to do.
That image is adorable. Not okay. Yeah, that's adorable. I'm just imagining Sammy with it in his mouth now. Okay.
No, it's not in his actual mouth, but like he's just holding it up kind of in that type of way.
I ruined the moment perfectly. Oh, yes. Okay, so back to the action here. Purple is gone as quickly as it came, and the dark green from before has fleshed out as well. His ears are a vibrant red, and Koda lets out a furious snarl and attacks. I'm just gonna roll another d20 because he does not have his weapon out. I'd say
Oof, yeah, that hit. That was like 3
probably
over, that hit.
A d4, so Koda's just trying to scrape up your legs.
Okay. That was 2 points of damage, so let's just apply that. Okay.
He has not entered a rage yet, though, believe it or not. But
Koda, stop!
He still has you pinned and has gotten over that little moment of, whatever caused him to stop moving, and starts dragging you back in again after punishing you like that. He's pulling Sammy back in whether he likes it or not.
Okay. Just realized I put this stuff. Okay. So Sammy is. I can't remember. How do you break a grapple?
Athletics versus either my acrobatics or athletics. At least if I recall correctly.
Okay.
So if you roll, I'll roll.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
It's not a nat 1, at least. My turn.
No.
This is going in circles.
Oh!
You're back in the hole.
Nat
You're back in the hole.
20!
You're back in the hole. You're back in the hole, and Koda is officially blocking it with his body. And he is furious. You have no idea. I mean, Jackie's probably in his hammer space still, as far as you can tell. I'm assuming Squeaker's is probably a little scared at this point.
Yeah, Squeakers is hiding in Sammy's hood.
Yeah. Koda is snarling, flexing his claws at you, and he shoves one hand into his fluff and starts rummaging around. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll a d10. Alright, yeah. And in a surprising, actually, he's being surprisingly, I don't know if the word here is coherent or not coherent, but like he's holding back because he doesn't pull out his battle axe, he just pulls out his hand axe. Which is still pretty damn bad, but he's not trying to murder you, at least. So yeah, Koda's armed.
Well, Peck. Sammy kind of like he flinches back when Koda draws the axe, and he's just like, Koda, please,
There's just
I don't
hissing.
want to fight you. I don't want to fight you.
Koda kind of wants to fight.
I have to make sure they're okay. And he draws out his dagger.
That little smidgen of purple, like you, it's probably not even there, actually. You just, for a split second, maybe, flickers through his red. But the red's back, and he's rifling around and again in his hammer space.
Yeah, Sammy.
He pulls out his other hand axe.
Damn it, Koda, I don't. Sammy's just gonna try and rush him, even though he's probably gonna get smacked.
That's flippin' brave.
He has to make sure everybody else is okay.
Yeah, I know, but that's. I mean, I know Koda's 2 foot tall, man, but he's got the entire entrance blocked.
I know, but Sammy's gonna try anyway, so I'm gonna do another strength check.
Go for it.
That's a 19.
Okay, that's a lot better. That's a lot 19. Better. Thank you, Dice Parser. I don't want to kill my brother here. Oh, wrong one. It meant to be 2. It meant to be a... No, it's a 4. Never mind, it's a 4. Oh, you beat me! Just barely.
Just barely, but you do get an opportunity of attack. Because I am leaving your space.
Yeah, it's true, but should I? Because Koda's extremely torn
it's your call.
I know, Koda's extremely torn here. He's infuriated, but he's showing remarkable restraint right now. All the same, this is... He sees it as a fight now. It's a flat-out fight. I think he's gonna strike, but only once. Unless he misses the first time. So it's with his hand axes, so that should be a +7.
Oh! Okay.
Holy. Okay. This is starting out magnificently. Okay.
Ouch.
Okay. I guess 1d6 plus 4. Woo. Okay. So 12, I think it's 6 times 2, right? Because I just got max damage.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
just got max damage.
so I double the damage and then add 4 to the end, I think. Or how do you want
I
to do
think
this? You're
it's
the
like you
DM.
double the. I think we like actually double damage.
I think it's just correct me if I'm wrong, you guys in the chat, but I think it's just you double the damage you do and then add whatever the modifier at the end. I feel I want to do that because it's less damage.
Honestly, like I'll allow it just because. Oh my god, I don't want Sammy to die.
So 12 plus
Like
4 is
he's got
16
HP,
damage.
but I don't want him to die.
16 damage. 16.
Okay.
Holy shit. This is why you don't piss off Koda. He's not even in a rage. He's not even raging.
Nope.
He's not raging. And he's not even
Okay.
using his strongest weapon.
Nope. So, Koda, you strike Sammy in the back as he darts past, and he stumbles. He takes the hit, but he stumbles. Can I have you roll perception for me?
Sure. Sure, yeah, I'll do that. Uh-huh. I think someone might be mad at you. And it's not just Koda. 14 do it?
Okay. Yeah, that Koda notices something, and basically where Koda had hit Sammy, there is Toons normally bleed black ink. Normally, Sammy's bleeding, but it's not black. It is. I'm trying to think of his emotional state right now. He would be
Determined?
a mix. It's a mix between orange and it's a very orangey red.
Oh, okay.
And also a mix, there is a little bit of a swirl of blue that is in there.
Okay, so Sammy's back is turned to Koda at this point, but
Yeah.
he hears a clatter, and yeah, Sammy hears a clatter and nothing else from Koda. Just something like it sounds like his weapons have been dropped.
Have to find them, Koda. Sorry, Sammy just starts running down the alleyway.
Well, Koda doesn't move. For the audience's sake, not that you'll know necessarily what it means, but I'm sure you can guess. His ears are no longer black. Sorry, they're no longer red. They've turned black. His gray parts have turned black, and he's dropped his weapons and he's standing there. There is a little bit of a tiny squeaking noise, and in a very absently, Koda sticks his hand into his fluff and takes out Jackie. Just he's on automatic in that regard. Like he does it without thinking, and puts the little rat on his shoulder. Jackie immediately takes off after Sammy, while Koda's standing there.
Okay. One moment, I have to roll something.
This is the
I
most
can
emotion
get them.
Koda's displayed in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
While you're figuring out whatever you're figuring out, uh, Koda makes it's a bit of a whine. You can't it's hard to
Mm-hmm.
tell what it means, really. But he flops backwards to sitting position, and the color just drains out of him back to gray. His fur's purple and such, but his skin is gray, and he's just staring at the door.
Okay.
Jackie is still chasing Sammy.
Okay. Can I have Coda roll perception for me?
Well then, can I say he has a disadvantage considering his state?
Yes. But also Jackie is. You can also include Jackie on this
All
because
right, then it'll just be normal
he
because.
is following Sammy.
All right, so should I roll for Jackie instead then?
Sure. Why not?
I'm gonna say he has the same perception as Koda, just because. Okay, this
Okay.
Jackie notices.
Okay, so this makes sense because Jackie is following Sammy as he is racing down this crowded and cramped alleyway. And Sammy is too focused on trying to find Tally and his other party members from being pirates on this pirate ship in this strange dream that didn't seem like it was a dream. But three real kind men walk in where there's a up above there is basically there's an alleyway where it's connecting into another alleyway kind of as like a T intersection. There are three real kind men walking and the parallel part, and Sammy is running right towards them, not noticing. And they are all dressed in black with very neatly pressed suits, and they are walking very fast as if they are going somewhere with a purpose. And then Sammy looks up and freezes. He skids to a stop because two of these men are strangers to Sammy, but the third one is familiar. Too familiar.
That can't be good.
The man is tall and broad-shouldered and has a face that is smooth and dappled with freckles. He looks kind, with smile lines and a round nose. His eyes are clear, crystal blue, underneath neatly tied black hair. Sammy backs up, turns to run. Jackie can see that there's purple on his face. And then it loses all color. Prismatone's teardrop blessings, the only color on his face.
Oh.
And then the man, who looks so familiar to Sammy, smiles. Oh, is that the Jax boy? Our client was so disappointed when they couldn't get one of you. Why don't you come over here? And Sammy's eyes turn yellow. And so does his shading. And he slowly turns around and starts walking towards the men.
Oh my. Okay. Jackie sees this. He hasn't quite caught up to Sammy yet, but Jackie definitely sees this. And oh no. Okay, and does a U-turn and dashes back the way they came. How far away from the hidey hole are they?
I would say it is a bit like it's a good 30 feet. Like
Oh,
so,
okay.
because like Sammy was like it's not very far, but it's far enough that it's
So
going to take.
it's at the entryway to that little side area I told you about in our game?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, Sammy. Jackie is dashes back into the hole, like he flies in and he's just squeaking rapid fire at Coda. Do you want anything to happen before I
Nope, Sammy is just making a very slow, methodical way towards the goons, so Jackie's gonna have to be fast to get Koda
Okay.
to up to speed.
Okay, so yeah, Jackie's just squeaking. Koda isn't responding at all. Koda normally can tell what Jackie's saying, so it's probably not that. He just has this strange look on his face, like his red eyes are blown wide. The yellow around them is
Mm-hmm.
very slim.
Mm-hmm.
But the pupils are slits. It's disconcerting to look at. Jackie hisses in frustration and fear and chomps down on Koda's hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll I'm gonna say he doesn't dodge and just roll a D4 because I mean like that. Okay, he does max damage. That definitely gets Koda's attention.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me just take that damage away. Okay, yeah. Koda's attention has been grabbed. He jerks up and his eyes return to normal and stares at Jackie with just a flabbergasted expression, almost like his ears, like the color flickers in them. That purple's back, it flickers, but it doesn't quite manifest, and his expression flattens
Mm-hmm.
out, smooths out,
Mm-hmm.
and he just stares at Jackie as he squeaks to communicate. I'm not going to bother explaining what happens because no one knows except for Koda. And Koda very robotically stands up and follows Jackie outside.
Mm-hmm.
What do they see?
They see Sammy just about ready to be walking and stopping right 5 feet in front of these 3 men.
So
And
Koda.
then
Oh, go ahead.
you see the 2 men grab Sammy
Oh
by the
my.
wrists.
Oh my. Okay. So
And
Koda never picked up his hand axes, but he sees this. Sammy doing anything in particular, or just letting it happen?
um, basically his eyes at this point he is turned around um to see Koda and does I'm just gonna give this to Koda. His eyes they're usually clear, they're white usually. They're a gold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything all of his color that would normally be nothing except for the prismatone blessings. Everything else is gold. As if he's really happy when it's very clear that he should not be happy at all.
Yeah, this can mean many things, but Koda's just gonna do what he does best and assume the worst. He's gonna
Good.
assume that this is very, very bad, which probably is accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
I
gonna
like Koda's instincts.
he's gonna reach into his hammer space and let's see if I can grab it. Okay, no, I need the chart. Let's see what I get. 1 second, let me bring up that chart. This is gonna ruin that moment. I get an 8. What's an 8? I pull out a finger trap toy. Conan does a double take at that. Chucks it over his shoulder. Tries again. So it's gonna be. I think it increases by 50%, so it has to be 6 or higher. Good, good. Or no, not 50%. It would be 2 or whatever. So
You made it.
yeah, I made it regardless. I pull out. Can I say I pull out 2 things?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I pull out first his shield, which he straps on, taking his turn to do that, and also his. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong thing I pulled out. I'm a moron. I pulled out his javelin, which he flippin' chucks at the one closest to Sammy.
The one who is closest to Sammy is going to need to roll.
Do I get a surprise attack advantage?
Yes, actually.
All right. So that's a good thing because I already have a +7.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, that's roll 1. I pulled out 2 javelins, by the way, so this is the first throw.
Okay.
22 hit?
Yep, that hits.
Okay. So you said there were 2 next to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He is going to throw the other one. Do I still have sneak attack or no? Or not sneak, but you know what I mean.
No.
Now he's
But
noticed.
you can still take a. They've noticed.
They've definitely
because
noticed.
that one hit one of the real kind.
All right. So he's aiming for the other real kind. Ooh, yes. I think I hit both of the ones that are next to Sammy.
Also, I think you hit both of them and you rolled in the wrong chat.
I did. I'm a moron. All right, I rolled.
You're fine. You're fine. But both of them, basically, they get hit and they let go of Sammy. How much damage?
Let's see. Okay, I'll roll in the correct chat this time. I'll roll for the first one. It is 1d6 plus 4. And I'll roll for the second one.
Okay. All right. So you took the first one, 7, and then the other one. 6. Yeah, both of them are bloodied, literally.
Ooh.
And figuratively.
Excellent.
So
That's all Koda does. He's
Sammy
standing there.
Both of the before we get any further, we should probably roll for initiative now.
Probably smart.
Okay.
This is Sammy's roll with a 13.
You mean Koda?
I'm a moron. Like, yes. I can't word. Oh, that's.
I forgot the.
Yeah.
Nope, that
that's
didn't
not
count.
the roll, thankfully. It's thankfully not the roll.
Okay. That one is for Mr. Magic Baddie Dude. Who that, and then I need to roll. And it A to B. I'll just do 20 for.
An 8 and a 14.
Okay.
So I'm assuming Goon 1, Goon 2.
Yeah, Goon 1, Goon 2, and then we have.
I'll write the order. Big add.
Okay, thank you.
And I assume that's Sammy for the last one. Sammy goes first. Sweet.
Yep, Sammy is the last. Sammy tilts his head, and his eyes are still golden, and goes, Koda, why are you hurting them? Aren't we all friends?
Koda doesn't react.
And the Mr. Magic Bad Dude puts his hand on Sammy's shoulder and says, of course we're friends. Because the spell that this dude has used is Charm Person.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's less than ideal.
Nope.
You definitely
And
heard the
Sammy
wrath
is
of
not
Koda.
gonna. And Sammy's not gonna. He's gonna hold his turn because he doesn't see why they should fight. They're all friends here. Why should he? He's happy. Why should he be fighting?
Mm-hmm. All right.
And so it is Mr. Evil Boss Dude who is going to, let's see, just gotta make sure. Okay, he is going to cast he is going to tilt his head and look at you, Koda, and go, "Why don't you come over here?" And I need you to I need you to roll a wisdom save.
That's at least it's not intelligence.
Oh
That's
God,
not good. That's really
that
not
is really
good.
not good.
That's really
That's
not good.
good.
That's really not
So
good.
Koda is going to walk over to the three real kind men.
Yeah, Koda was already looking pretty off, but it's really weird now
Mhm.
because he's smiling with that flat expression.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Yeah, he has a dead look in his eyes, but he's smiling.
Please keep in mind that we do have
Rats. Should I roll initiative for the
yes,
rat?
we do have our rat friends.
Should I
Oh,
roll?
we should roll initiative for the rats. We should do that. Yes.
I'm gonna roll initiative for the rat. I'm gonna bring up the rat
I
stat
need
sheet.
to.
I'm gonna hopefully not murder my companion by bringing up the rat stat sheet. I'm scared.
Squeakers has a 16, so where does that go in the line?
Okay, let me just. It's a straight d20, I think, right? So.
Yeah, we're just. I just did I did a straight 20 for
Yeah,
Squeakers.
let me add
I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, the bright
I'm
side
so
is
sorry.
Squeakers. I can't spell. Squeakers goes immediately after Koda.
Okay. Squeakers races down Sammy's arm from where he is currently hiding in, like, he's basically races down underneath his cloak, and then gotta make sure that this works. He bites Sammy's hand hard. Wake up! He squeaks. And Sammy wouldn't resist, so let's just do a straight D4. Okay,
Actually,
full damage. Sammy
I looked it up, and they get
blinks.
only it's 1 damage of piercing only.
Well, I basically
For their
fair.
bite attack.
True.
Should
Okay,
I
yeah.
change the amount of damage Koda took so it's only 1, or keep it at the full 4 because earlier?
Honestly, you can change it too.
Yeah, I'll make it so it's only 1 damage.
Yeah. So Sammy flinches, and the color immediately drains from his face, and then he can't move yet, so he kind of jerks back, and Goon 2 is going to try and basically go for Koda. Would be a +3 because he pulls out basically a little scimitar. He pulls a scimitar from his belt, and I'm guessing that doesn't hit Koda, right?
Yeah, no.
Wait, no.
Oh.
He wouldn't go for Koda because Koda's
Yeah,
basically under
Coda's
command.
hypnotized or whatever. Charmed.
Yeah, Koda's hypnotized now. He goes to try and smack Sammy upside the head and totally whiffs it.
Already, though.
Totally whiffs it.
It's for the best.
But the second one is basically going to try and do the same thing.
Oh my.
That hits. 1d6 plus 1. 6.
Huh.
Okay, so that's 6
Yeah, you don't have the best
points
luck,
of
Sammy.
damage.
I mean,
No,
your rolls are fine.
Sammy does not.
You have fine rolls, but the
Yeah.
damage you're taking is impressive.
Damage is, yeah. He's at 24 out of 48 right now. He's like
And it's
half
entirely
HP.
Coda's fault. He's bloodied.
He is bloodied. He is bleeding very, very heavily, and the blood is... It's not black. It is very visibly not black. And the boss kind of grins at this and is like, I knew the Jack Ink was still here. I knew it.
All
Just
right.
had to wait.
Question. So, Charm Person says, it has advantage. Sorry, I missed this before, but I won't have to change it. About the whole, I have advantage apparently if the companions are fighting it. So I'm not gonna. If you're the companions, I'm not gonna change that because this is a nice touch. But I am gonna ask though. His friends just damage my companions, and he smiles. Can I roll to try and get out? Nana, please. Yeah. Nana.
You roll. Because this is Koda. This is Sammy.
Yeah.
This is Sammy. Of course Koda would see that and try and break out of it if...
Is it a normal roll or with advantage?
I would say advantage just because, oh god, we need it.
So here's first roll. Pretty good, but I want to see if I can get you better. It's not better.
Yeah, but that breaks through the DC. So Koda is again.
Yeah, Koda's free, and he's
Yep,
no
Koda
longer
is
smiling.
free.
He's not smiling.
Yeah. Neither is Sammy. Sammy is like a deep, deep purple.
Koda's not showing any color.
Well,
it's not Koda's turn, is it? It's Jackie's? Jackie's turn.
Yeah, it's Jackie's turn.
I'm just gonna say Jackie books it and goes back not into the hidey hole but back towards it. And he's just watching the fight. So Jackie's out of combat for now.
Okay.
With that lovely nat 1 I rolled, might as well, right?
Sammy is going to basically just book it. He's going to try and run back towards their hidey hole and where it's safe. But the two goons that were by him are gonna take attacks of opportunity.
Oh no!
They both hit.
And one's a crit.
And one is a crit.
Oh no.
Sammy's not having a good time.
Oh no.
That was 1 D6. 1.
Oh, phew. Ah, it's low. It's low.
Okay.
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 And now
then
you gotta double the
there's
second
still
one.
the crit. Yeah, we still gotta do the crit. Oh, I am so sorry, Sammy.
Okay, so
Oh,
it's 7 to the
okay.
second one.
So
7.
yeah. So that's 10 damage though. That's
11.
10 damage.
11.
11 damage.
Yeah.
11 damage. He's at 13 right now.
Okay, that's less than ideal. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but Sammy got away. Sammy is just like, Koda, we need to go. We need to go right now. And he grabs Koda in his arms and uses his full 30 feet of movement to move back towards the holes.
Okay.
But it is Mr. Evil Dude's turn. So I need to 1 sec to remember.
Nana, what are you doing? Oh, can it wait? Thank you, though. I'm sorry.
And Liz score again. Damn it, Sammy! Damn it!
Alright, what happened?
So basically, the big bad pauses, it's like tilts his head again. It's just like, oh, Jax boy, you don't really want to leave, do you? Why don't you just stop? And Sammy freezes halfway through, running down the alleyway.
Even with it, wait, do you have advantage?
That's true. Oh my god, you saved me. Nope!
Okay.
That still doesn't work!
Okay.
Yeah, Sammy's like frozen in place now.
Okay.
And the two goons are gonna try and grapple. They're gonna try and grab
It's Koda's turn.
Sammy, but
It's Koda's.
oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Duh.
Koda can still do something. How to do it without killing Sammy though. Okay, so how tight is the grip that Sammy has on Koda?
He's holding Koda, but it's not like to the point where he can't like get out.
All right. So Koda's gonna squirm on out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Koda is just going to attack. But first, yeah, Koda wants to get rid of the little dudes first. So he's going to take out his last 2 javelins. First, let me roll for that. Good, he gets them. No more finger traps. And he's going to quickly, at first I'm going to do this. I'm going to say he uses, let me find it here. I believe it's called Reckless Attack, where he gets advantage on rolls on attacks with strength, but also attacks against me have advantage as well. So I'm gonna roll twice for both my javelin throws. And I'll roll again just because I can. All right, so a 24 is bound to hit.
24 hits the.
And this is my second chance. 21 hit, I'm sure.
Yes,
I'm hitting
both of those hit.
One goon and then the other goon.
Yeah, they both hit the goons.
Yeah.
They both hit the goons.
1d6 plus 4. This is for the first goon, goon 1. And this is for goon 2. Same damage, okay.
Yeah, they're both dead. They are both very, very dead.
Yeah.
They are. One is like -1, and one was like 0. They are dead. They are like dead on the ground. There is, I'm not going to describe all the stuff,
Yeah.
but they're real kind. It's messy. They're dead.
They've been javelined. 2 javelins are sticking out of each of them.
Yep, they're dead. They're both very, very
Okay.
dead.
So Koda doesn't even bat an eye at this. He just turns his gaze to the remaining member and stares. He steps forward menacingly. It's not intended to be menacing, but I think with his deadened gaze, it's pretty terrifying. Should I roll intimidation, or should I just go with it?
Sure, go ahead while I look really quickly, double check a thing that I have for him really quick. Just to make sure I get
it's not that impressive. It's just he's a little squirt and he looks mad.
He's still really freaked out though, even though that was a really bad roll. He looks discomforted by the fact that he just had 2 of his goons basically die in front of him, and the magic holding Sammy in place stops, and Sammy kind of staggers forward, and he kind of whirls around and is just like, were you part of the people who burned my house down to the ground? And because this magic is very familiar to Sammy, and the remaining real kind man laughs at Sammy's demand and is just like, why would I torch such a fine stock when we've got so much more for having a full set? Oh well, they did do us a favor burning down your house. Do you know how much gold your blood is worth, little Inkwell? Especially now that you're such a rare commodity. Our client will pay a princely sum, but you have too fine of a guardian. You're safe for now. And then he pulls out a little cube and presses one side of it and disappears.
Koda lets out a furious snarl. That deadened look in his eye is gone. And he just you can't see that well, but his back of his hands look red and such. And he charges at where the man was. He's just starts swiping at the air.
Sammy is going to cast, he's going to kind of touch his arm and cast Cure Wound on himself, because this boy needs it.
It's about damn time.
Yep.
I would like to remind everyone that he did not enter rage once during that.
He gets 3 HP back.
That's pitiful. Better than nothing, I guess.
It's better than nothing, but also ouch.
Yeah.
He's currently at 16 HP, and he just kind of, his knees kind of, after that, like, kind of pitiful attempt at magic, and he just kind of slumps to the ground and is just like, Koda, we gotta go. I know where we are. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Koda's not listening. He's started slashing at the ground with he's taking out his I'm just gonna roll for it. Let's see if the dice like me. Yeah, he takes it out. He's taking out his flipping great axe and he is just smashing the ground right now. He's well, it's about damn time. He's entered his rage. His fury's come back with a passion, and he's smashing the ground. Jackie, meanwhile, comes back and very hesitantly climbs onto onto Sammy's knee and just looks up at him with a sad look.
I'm sorry, Jackie. We gotta go. Koda, come on, we gotta go. We gotta go. They know where we are. We gotta go. It's not safe. We gotta go.
I have a request to make.
Okay.
Can I bring in a certain dog?
Yes. Yes.
Because I think by now, someone's bound to have heard the commotion. There is heavy panting coming from the entryway to their little section, and you see a dog in a guard outfit run in all fours, charging into the clearing before immediately coming full brakes as he sees Koda's rage. Billy Barkson has arrived.
They're gone. Koda, stop. They're gone. They're gone already. Just stop, please. We need to go. Sammy has not even noticed Billy at this point. He's focused fully on Koda, who is raging, and Sammy is just so upset. He's like a very, very bluish purple, and it's very, very deep. And he's still bleeding. Like there's still blood, there's still colored ink on him.
Okay. Alright. Koda hasn't changed at all what he's been doing. But Billy takes stock of the situation, his ears flat to his head. He very carefully skirts around Koda and makes his way to Sammy. He's very careful about this, mind you. And Billy rushes to Sammy and takes out a first aid kit. Let's see here. It's a healing kit it's basically just a healer's kit. And but in this case, I would like to make the request that he's doing actual first aid on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sammy needs first aid. Sammy needs healing.
What will you let me roll for this?
Since it's a person who's probably seen a lot of bumps and scrapes while out on duty, I would say maybe a 3d8, maybe.
3d8 seems a bit high because he hasn't seen real action.
True.
Maybe a d10?
See, like I'm new with, yeah, maybe a d10. Let's just do a d10.
Solid d10. Woo! Go Billy! Billy knows how to do first aid. All right. So as Billy patches Sammy up, he grunts at him and says, "Hey, kid, I don't know what's happening, but you gotta talk some sense into Koda somehow. I've seen him rage maybe once before. It wasn't pretty. You gotta stay calm. You gotta do something that you know is gonna get through to him. I'm not gonna be any help in this regard. If I have to, I'll try and cuff him, but I
don't think that would be a good idea.
You're telling me.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
You're telling me. I can always try and get some backup, but something tells me that the kid ain't at fault this time around." Though he does eye the slash marks on Sammy's back with deep concern.
Sammy kind of just gets up and walks over to Koda and is just like,
"Yeah,
Koda."
I'm gonna point out.
Koda.
I'm quickly gonna say that yes, Billy has definitely noticed the dead bodies, but he's choosing not to say anything about that.
Yeah. Koda, they're already gone. Just come here. Just, and despite how Koda is raging, Sammy is going to try and hug Koda.
Alright, I want you... Okay, so...
Tell me what to roll.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, what to roll to hug? I guess grapple, technically.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be acrobatics, right?
Athletics.
Athletics, okay. It's the same score anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm. I have to contest it.
Come on, Dice Buzzer, be nice to me! Be nice to me!
Okay, I'm
Let
gonna
me have
quickly...
this.
I'm gonna say that Billy gave you a little piece of advice. When he said, "Hey, you know, I remember I've seen you two when you guys were in the theater once or twice. Try petting his ears again. That seemed to help. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm scrambling here, kid."
Yeah, Sammy's gonna try and pet his ears and just kind of scritch. Like,
All right,
Koda,
I'm gonna let you roll again
Koda, they're
for
gone.
that because we need
Yeah,
it.
we need it. We need it. Let's
Please,
do another
Lady Luck.
athletics.
Please, Lady Luck. Well, she wanted to hear the ear scritch, apparently. All right, Koda has a +4 to athletics. Either of them would have
Okay.
worked. Either of them would have worked. All right, Koda is restrained and he drops his weapon, but he's still squirming quite a bit.
They're gone. He's gone. Just, Koda, it's okay. You're gonna be okay. Just calm down, please. Just calm down, please.
His ears are very much in very deep red. The red that you know for a fact signifies rage. Like not just pissed, but full on rage. It's a subtle difference, but you've seen it a few times, so you know to look for it. If his actions weren't apparent enough.
Yeah.
And it's slowly going back to that normal red. So he's losing the rage, but he's still high on anger.
Yeah.
He just keeps squirming and clawing at your arms. I'm gonna have to roll for damage there, I think.
F.
Okay, nothing. Good.
Yeah, nothing.
He doesn't do any damage, but his claws are sliding up your outfit. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, just as one does. And just Sammy's just like, I'm sorry. Koda, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. God, are you okay?
Okay.
I know we did some pecked up stuff, but are you okay?
Koda looks up at Sammy, and his eyes are slits yet again. And he snarls at Sammy and says, "Why are you asking me? He did that to you."
I don't care about me. I care about you. I care about you. And me running off and just it nearly got you. He nearly got you. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve that.
Koda is just snarling at you in absolute just disbelief, outrage that you think so little of yourself in that regard that you're putting him first for some reason. And he stiffens as he sees Billy walk over with his hands cupped in front of him. Billy's very careful to make his actions clear. He's very very open about it as he walks over And he stays a foot away, but he holds out his hands, and in them is Jackie, who he offers to Koda. Koda whimpers as his ears abruptly drain of red, and he just starts smacking Sammy's chest.
Okay, we're gonna get Jackie. Just Sammy holds out his hand so he can get Jackie to Koda.
Billy hands Jackie over and backs away quickly.
Okay,
Jackie
we're all together
quickly
again.
scrambles up to Koda and gives his ear a hug. One of his ears a hug as he perches
We're
on
okay.
the imp's head.
Mm-hmm. We're okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. But we might need to move a different hole. Hurry.
Jackie giggles, but it's kind of a broken giggle. Koda smacks Sammy's chest one more time and then looks up. His eyes are have a strange look to them, like he wants to do something, like he wants to feel something, but it's just not there.
Mm-hmm.
And he stares at Sammy for a moment and says, "You wanted to go somewhere. Let's just go."
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't be stupid. And he fists one clawed hand in Sammy's shirt, tugs it, and says, "Put me down. I'm tired."
Okay. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, stupid. You're dumb for leaving. I was dumb for getting mad. Don't know why. Don't know why I got mad.
I was being stupid.
Let's just go. We
Because
gotta
I
go
was being.
anyways.
Okay.
You're being stupid,
Sammy
but
puts.
you wanted to do something. You should have listened. Don't get it, but should have listened. So just go, okay? I'll follow. Dummy.
Hi. Sammy puts Koda down and just kind of holds out his hand as if, like, kind of just like, do you want to hold it?
Koda stares at Sammy's face for a second, before slowly turning his gaze down towards his hand. He very carefully reaches for it and holds his hand and says, "Gonna kill him. He hurt you."
He hurt a lot of people.
Let's go. You wanted something. Might as well listen.
Okay. But
Nothing left here anyways.
no, I would have. I didn't want to leave you. You know that, right?
Koda looks back up at him and blinks. Why would you want to stay?
Because you're my brother. I protect you, you protect me.
Koda just stares for a bit and looks away and gives a short jerk of his head in a nod, but says nothing else. There's some awkward shuffling behind you as Billy approaches the bodies. He looks like, if you were to look, you'd see he really wants to say something. As he definitely notices the javelins. He opens his muzzle and then slams it shut and just grabs the javelins, jerking for the body with a wince, and trots over to the two of you and says, "Kid, I really don't think I want to know what happened, but I gotta ask, what the heck just happened?"
Sammy just kind of like hysterically laughs and is just like, I, he's he's kind of just struggles and is just like, he doesn't really have the words to try and explain how packed up this entire situation has been looming in the back of his brain for since he first ran into the man who has since left the scene. And he is just like, they tried to take me away, and Koda saved me.
Oh, I see. It certainly looks like he did a bang-up job of that. He hefts the javelins and very carefully puts them in his hammer space. Alright, I'm gonna ask. Is there anything you left back in the hidey hole? Because this is your only chance where you're gonna have to beat it, kid. I don't know what happened, but they ain't gone, and you know that. So I'll grab what you
Yeah.
need, and I'll escort you out. I know you're not coming to the authorities with me. Koda wouldn't do that, and I sure as hell can't catch up to him. So look, I'll lead you out to a safer area. I'll leave you there, and I'll tell my boss what the peck just happened. I'll clean up your damn mess. So don't peck it up.
Yes, sir.
Good. He eyes the two of you carefully as he gently tugs you back to your hidey hole to grab your stuff. Koda leans to grab his hand axes because, not leaving without those. And any old materials, possessions he might have in there, which isn't much.
Yeah. Sammy basically has all of his stuff already in his hammer space, but he does pack away a few of the blankets to help carry the load with Koda.
Okay. Billy lets out a very long sigh as he sees you guys silently cleaning up, or packing up rather, and he says, "I'm gonna get in so much damn trouble for this." But when you're done, he just leads you back towards the entrance of the alleyway after, he cleaned up his paws to make sure there are no blood on them. Very careful to do that. And he also made sure there's nothing on Koda. He had to, much to Koda's displeasure, wipe down some of his fur a little bit. Koda was definitely squirming. And he leads you back to the entryway. And shakes his head and says, "Damn it, kids." He pats you each once, carefully rubbing your heads. Koda snarls, so he quickly retracts that one and just pats Sammy on the head, and he says, "Yeah, I have to tell someone about this, but I can't. I get it that you had to defend yourselves, okay? God. All right, come on, okay? I'll just lead you away. God." And he just takes Sammy's hand because Koda won't let him. and leads you off.
Yep.
Koda's eyes are dead again.
Sammy lets him. Sammy is very. He's even with Billy. His colors are a very mixed blue and purple.
How do you guys feel about just... I don't have any good safe spots. It's not like I don't live on the streets, kid. I'm just gonna put it bluntly to you. How about I just take you home?
We'll just go. What? No,
it'll only be for a little while. I can't support you kids. I'm not offering anything big there. But we got to get you off the streets for a little while before you know what to do.
But I don't know.
Kid, either I'm taking you in or I'm taking you with me.
Sammy just kind of looks at Koda and is just like, I don't know what to do. I don't.
Koda doesn't say anything. It just kind of stands there as he's led along. Kid, these are your only options. Come with me, one way or another. You can't stay here, obviously. And you don't know where to go. I know you know this city like the back of your hand, but I'm not leaving you like this. I'm not... Damn it all. Why'd you kids have to flip and get messed up in this? Is there anything you want to say before I, drag you off?
Sammy just kind of tightens his grip on Koda and is just like, you promise you won't let it... You can't let him separate us. You can't.
That's why I'm taking you home, kid. I'm gonna regret this. I just know it. But I'm a bleeding heart. Bad choice of words. Koda snickers a little.
Thank you, sir. Sorry for dragging you into this too, Koda.
I'm the one who answered the call. Could have left at any time. I've been sticking around because you twerps. Alright, let's just go. And
okay.
I guess, do you want to end the session here with him leading you off?
Yep.
While his other paw reaches for a walkie-talkie?
Yeah, that's a good spot to end it.
Alright. I guess that's it. Koda's murdered two real kind. Billy's making terrible decisions because he cares too much. And Sammy's just a wreck.
Sammy's traumatized. Oh, jeez.
I guess we're gonna find... I mean, Billy's not prepared I'm not prepared to take care of you, those two. Billy's not, but he's got to get you away from that, and he can't in good conscience send some kid to whatever Giznep's gonna do to him. Their king.
Yeah.
Yay, trauma!
There was oh. Thank you for letting me do that.
Oh, it was a blast.
I am so sorry.
Oh, no, it was glorious. Koda got to have his moment, and, it went to peck.
It went to peck because, I built him, and, because I built him, and I knew that things were gonna go to peck, but I couldn't change this evil dude's build.
Oh, it's perfect. It was great.
Oh.
And I will tell you, the reasons, if it wasn't apparent, the reason Koda raged is a combination of his prey got away, and also he Well, he admitted to a lot of things there that infuriated him based on what he knows about Sammy. He was kind of stuck there in a limbo for a bit, just kind of fighting an automatic, which is probably why he didn't even register the kills. But
yeah.
Billy's in over his head.
Yeah, and I'm so sorry for Billy.
Poor Billy. Billy's the real victim
Poor
here.
Billy. Oh my gosh.
I
But
like
also
that
at the
though.
same
Somebody
time,
wrote
yay.
grandpa like a paw print.
But like also at the same time, I'm so glad that they have an actual adult in their life that like can kind of low key
I should have known this would happen.
emotionally care for them.
I should have known. Why did I make an adult? I should have known. I should have known. I'm too much of a bleeding heart. I should have known I would do this. All he was supposed to do was de-escalate the situation, which he kind of did. But I should have known.
Yeah, but to be fair, like he is technically both our characters, so it works.
He what?
He's technically both our characters, even though you were the one who roleplayed him.
Yeah, right.
So like yeah.
Alright, so we need to sign off. So I guess do you
We
want to
do.
just Magic's
Do
Paw
we
says,
want...
what is Toonkind D&D but an elaborate adoption simulator? Amazing. It's true though. We've got another grandpa on our hands. Alright. So I guess we're gonna sign off, huh? Anything you want to say?
It was a blast, and I hope you guys had as much of a crazy time listening as I did.
I sure had fun. Take care, guys, and have a good day.
Same.